here at Bruce Elementary School, one of our big focuses on making sure that we have a strong classroom and school culture. And so two of our pillars that we really focus on is making sure we implement a rigorous instruction, but also making sure that we have a college going culture which is rich and filled with joy on each and every day that our scholars come to school. And so I feel as though that we're able to accomplish this numerous ways throughout the course of our school day. To start, one of the things that I want to be true for my scholars is that all of our scholars are deeply known by not just myself, but every staff member in this building. And so one of the things that we were able to do was establish advisory time. We are one of the few elementary schools here in Memphis, Tennessee that actually has advisory time, where each scholar actually has an advisor that they're able to work with, go through some social emotional learning, character building, as well as building those strong, authentic relationships, as well as focusing on our 5 core values. I think our core values are at the forefront of everything that we do here at Bruce, making sure that we're focusing on the core values of respect, achievement, leadership, accountability, and community. And I think each month that we have advisory time, our scholars have the opportunity to meet with their advisor, set goals, really build relationships through some of our community builders, as well as learn about our core values and what they actually look like on any given day throughout the course of the building. So I think advisory time is one area that we're really able to focus on, making sure that scholars have the opportunity to build relationships and feel like they are seen and heard. Another thing that we do at our school is we have e-parties, which is short for excellence parties. Excellence parties are situations in which scholars are rewarded for their positive behavior over the course of the week. So scholars are given tally marks when they make mistakes and have different infractions, and scholars who earn their right to go to the e-party, each month we have an e-party celebration where scholars have a dance party, karaoke room, movie room, we have a game room, we have sports rooms outside, again making sure that whatever it is that our scholars want, however they want to be awarded, is the way in which we present that information to them. So again, we want to make sure that our scholars are getting exactly what they want, so they can feel like they're being rewarded for the positive behavior that they're exhibiting on any given school day. Something else that we do here at Bruce is we have a plethora of extracurricular activities. I like to consider ourselves that we are an elementary school that tries to bring a middle school feel to it. So we have any different extracurricular activity that you can think of. We have a dance team, we have a boys and girls step team, we have majorettes, drumline, we have an art club, a STEM club, a garden club, we have a Spanish club. So again, we try to make sure that there's something for each and every one of our scholars, and they feel as though that there are numerous opportunities for them that fits their interests and fits their needs. We also have a female mentorship program called the Leading Ladies, really teaching them how to be young ladies, teaching them how to build relationships and how to look out for one another. And we also have a mentorship program that I have the opportunity of running called the Gentlemen's League, which is an all-male mentorship program that seeks to educate, empower, and enrich our males. And so that program really looks at our Black and brown boys and make sure that we're really trying to change the narrative, and make sure that they know that there are positive things that are going on within the community, and here specifically at Bruce with our Black and brown boys. And through the work with the Gentlemen's League, we were able to start the school district's first ever basketball league. And so we have over 25 schools that are in our league that compete. And again, it's an opportunity to provide some healthy, positive outlets for our scholars to participate in after school. And what we've seen when we have provided all these opportunities to our scholars is that their behavior begins to increase in classroom as it relates to them wanting to be engaged, them wanting to answer questions, them wanting to be the helpers because they don't want to get in trouble, because they don't want to lose their privilege of being able to participate in the basketball team. And so we've seen scholars who've had a history of getting in trouble for making numerous mistakes, some small, some big, to not getting in trouble at all because they don't want to lose their opportunity to simply play in a basketball game. And so I think it's really important that we instill all these different characteristics, that there's something for each and every one of our scholars, and they can see themselves in what we do each and every day here at Bruce. I think one thing that also goes with the culture is that we're really trying to establish this whole culture of reading. And so I think we've recently come into the news and the media because of our Bedtime Stories initiative that has been started to really build a culture of reading across the building. I think reading is what sets our students aside, and the ability for them to be able to read coherently is what will set them to be free in this world, in this society, in this neighborhood, in Memphis. And so their ability to pick up a book, learn all the words, learn all the characters, travel through the different journeys, I think is so important in making sure that our scholars really can see themselves in the stories that they are reading. And so I say all this because I think this is what we pride ourselves on here at Bruce. We pride ourselves on making sure that students truly understand that there's someone on the staff that truly values them. As you enter into the building, you just get a feel for our culture. We have a real family-oriented staff. We have a real family-oriented school community where teachers have been in this building for over 30 years. They've taught a lot of our scholars' parents. And so it's a whole sense of family where people truly understand that we are a historic school that wants to be known and wants to leave a legacy for really taking care of kids and making sure that all kids have access. And I think that's what it's all about. Access and equity, and making sure that regardless of where our scholars come from, we have a large percentage, 10% of our population are temporarily displaced or homeless. And so we want them to know that when they come to school each and every day, that they're safe, that they are cared for, that they will be taken care of at all times. And we want to make sure that they know that this is their safe haven. And so we want to make sure we have that sense of family, we have that sense of culture, we have that sense of pride in Bruce Elementary School, so that scholars know that we will have their backs and that their classmates will also have their backs as well. And so I think that goes with this whole idea of access and making sure that each grade level takes field trips and that we make sure that we're exposing our scholars to what's really going on around the world. Each year we plan a 3rd through 5th grade field trip to take our scholars outside of Memphis, Tennessee, so they can see the world and see what else is out there and really begin to explore life. And I think it's so important for scholars to know that there is much, much more going on in the world besides Memphis, and really letting them know that they can accomplish any task, they can visit and conquer anything they want to through hard work and dedication. And so I think that's what's ultimately very important here at Bruce, is that again, we are establishing this culture where everyone feels as though that we're here, we're in it together. We have an all hands on deck at our community meetings. We have an opportunity to recognize our scholars for doing great work. We have our spirit sticks that we give out to our scholars for showcasing their school pride at our different activities. And I think that just speaks to what we do here at Bruce, making sure that students truly experience joy. When you walk through the hallways, there's joy in the classrooms, there's joy in the hallway, and there's joy to come to work every single day.